Hey everybody, it's Hillary from the Cookie Countess. I know you're used to just seeing videos with my hands and not my face, so I thought I would put together a video for you and let you see the face behind the stencils. And I wanted to tell you today about a new product that I'm coming out with, and it is a stencil scraper for when you stencil with royal icing. Crazy excited about this. When most people first start stenciling with royal icing, I know usually our first go-to is the offset spatula, and sometimes we also use cake side scrapers or maybe a bowl scraper, and I pretty much bought every scraper I could get my hands on while working with stencils and trying to figure out what is the best way to help people get better at stenciling when they use royal icing. So what I decided was that offset spatula I found to be a little bit awkward. These are just way too stiff, and I found they dragged really hard across the stencil. I didn't like it. Same thing with this, too stiff. So if you've been watching my videos for a while online, you probably noticed that I was using this little thing that I cut from the lid of a yogurt container. But I loved it because it was just stiff enough and just flexible enough to give me really good control when stenciling. So I decided to do my own stencil scraper and make it easy for everybody to get their hands on them. And I guarantee you it is 100% gonna improve your stenciling. So I've done a couple cookies here using the Nata cookies, the awesome practice cookies with royal icing. You can see here, and let me show you how the cookie scraper works in action, okay? All right, so let's do some stenciling. I have my Nata cookie, practice cookie we're gonna use, and since Easter's coming up now, we're gonna use the Happy Easter stencil. Popping my magnets in place to anchor it down. When you are stenciling with royal icing, you wanna make sure the icing is stiff. For me, this is a little stiffer than piping consistency. For some of you, it might be the same. And you're gonna spread it just evenly across the stencil and your cookie, making sure you're covering all the parts of the open parts of the stencil. Take your Cookie Countess stencil scraper. You can hold it this way, you could hold it this way, whatever's comfortable to you. And you're just gonna apply light pressure and do an even swipe. If you're gonna go back for a second swipe, you can scrape off the side on your bowl and come back and swipe again. And you basically want to bring it either down all the way to the level of the stencil or just a little bit above it. Let's take it off. And here we have our Happy Easter. And you can see it's very even in the layer of icing. Very fast to do. No copy cake needed. You don't have to worry about piping. Super easy to do. So let's do another cookie. We'll do a bigger design. I have my Nata cookie again. And this is the lovely damask that's on my website. Now if you're doing a larger stencil like this where you're going to cover the entire cookie with it, you want to make sure you cover the whole thing with icing, and you're not going to be able to stay all the way within the border of the cookie, but try not to get it to hang off the sides of the cookie too much. It'll just make the cleanup later easier for you. So we have a pretty even layer here, and use my stencil scraper. So now I'm going to make sure I kind of come across the whole thing at once, nice and even. And come back for one more swipe. And take these off. Oh, it's so pretty. Now if you get these little pieces that hang off, grab a boo-boo stick or your scribe tool or just a toothpick or a clean finger and just take off the little edges that maybe hung off the edge. and smooth those out. And I'm just wiping this on a clean paper towel. But this is nice. It gives you a nice design that you didn't have to pipe. And it gives you some raised dimension to the cookie using the royal icing. And it's going to come out perfect every time. If you're doing a ton of cookies at once, you'll have that nice consistency with all the cookies. And let's do one more. I have a cookie that I already have iced, and if you've been watching my videos, you know I really like to layer the stencils. So this one has the Moroccan lace stencil, if you can see that, as a background in silver. And again, since we've got Easter coming, I have this Easter bunny silhouette stencil that I'm going to use. Move my magnets a little bit. And I'm going to put him down in the middle. And go again with my blue icing. Now for something like this, where you have a little loose part right here, you want to bring the icing down in the direction of that, not in the opposite direction. It'll help you keep from getting any icing under the stencil. Now because this is kind of a smaller space, let me wipe this off. Sometimes I just like to use kind of the corner of the stencil scraper and come this way. Oops. If your magnets get in the way, just move the magnets. And like I said, this will fit, the scraper will fit inside the stencil genie too. Take that off. And we have super cute little Peter Cottontail, all ready to go for Easter. Dab a little tail maybe on him or put a face on him. Very easy. So as you can see, the Cookie Countess stencil scraper is really easy to use. It's gonna make your stenciling look awesome. It's gonna make you want to stencil more, I promise. And we're selling them in packs of 3. They're $5 for a pack of 3. And they are 3.5 by 4.5 inches, which is a perfect size for cooking. And you can use either the long end or the short end. If you have something really small and you feel like you need a smaller size, you could always trim one of them if you wanted to, just a thought. They also fit perfectly inside the stencil genie. I know a lot of people use this product. It's an awesome product, and it does fit perfectly inside there. You can use either side. So it'll work great with that if you already have one of those. So visit my website and you can find them there. They're under the tools section. And I really hope you like it. Let me know, send me some feedback. And I want to see pictures of your stencil cookies. Thanks for watching and have a great day.